probably wondering why I'm starting a carnivorous plant video on a microwave. Don't worry, this is not an ad, and there's a reason for this. Stay tuned. What I have here is a big, aromatic, warm bowl of sphagnum moss. Not exactly what you expect coming out of the microwave. But the reason why I'm going to do this is simple. This is step one in ensuring that you don't get pests. To go into further steps, we got to go over to the grow tent. See you soon. All right, so as you saw, I was in the kitchen cooking up some sphagnum moss. This isn't some sort of diet plan, but there's a reason why I did that. It might seem crazy, but what the microwaving does is it kills any of the larvae or eggs of pests and any other pests that are remaining. Now, a lot of these sphagnum moss growers grow in huge quantities, and then it's bagged up or cubed up rather, and so there's a lot of hitchhikers. Microwaving it helps reduce that and ensure that you don't get any of those pests coming into your tent or your grow space. Now, you want to be careful. You don't want to microwave it too long. 30 seconds to a minute is perfect. Any longer than that, and you're going to risk turning the sphagnum moss into mush. That's my first point of ensuring that you reduce your chances of getting pests. Let's talk about point number 2. So in addition to microwaving your sphagnum moss before putting it in a tent, there's something else you can do to help mitigate your risk of getting pests. Get yourself some neem oil. Now, if you're like me, I have this grow tent that's in an old dilapidated shed out back that is less than airtight. And grow tents themselves, while they hold a lot of moisture and are not airtight, and those pests can get in there. So what I like to do is take that neem oil and spray it around all the openings of my tent about once a week, around the edges of the zippers and the different holes for the ports, and that helps reduce the risk. Pests hate neem oil. They hate the smell of it, they hate the taste of it, it'll kill them if they get near it, so they stay away. Which brings me to point number 3. Neem oil is a very, very safe way to prevent pests in your tent. So in addition to spraying it around the outside, it's important to know that you can use it directly on your plants and around your plants. So if you grow in a windowsill, don't be afraid to go ahead and spray it around the edges of your windowsill to help prevent them. Now, word of warning is neem oil does not smell good. It's got a very foul odor, but it will dissipate within a matter of 30 minutes or so. But this will go a long way in preventing pests. So let's talk about quarantining your plants. Now, I know whenever we get our new plant, it's super, super exciting. The first thing we want to do is hurry up and get into our tent or into our grow space because we want to enjoy the beauty of the plant. But it is key that you ensure that you're protecting the other plants that you already have in your grow space. And one way to do that is to quarantine that plant. It's not fun, but give it about a week or two and watch the plant. Are there any signs of pests? And go ahead and treat that plant before you introduce it. Once there's an infestation of these pests, it's way more hard to get rid of them than it is if you're just dealing with that one pest. And the last point that I want to make when it comes to mitigating your risk of pests goes all the way back to the beginning when you're buying the plant. Understand who you're buying from. Understand what their growing conditions are. Goes a long ways ensuring your success. Read the reviews. Take the time to read up on the company you're purchasing from. I know it's very like Christmas morning and you see these plants and you really want them really bad, and there's specific ones that are on your wish list, but be disciplined in it and ensure that you're buying plants from reputable sources that take care of their plants to ensure your success. Having said all that, understand that it is a high probability that given all these mitigation risks, you're still at some point going to get pests. Don't get frustrated and don't lose hope. This happens to every single grower. The important thing is you understand what good looks like for your plants. Keep a close eye on them and make sure that you understand what the pest damage looks like and not the insect. A lot of people, when they're looking for thrip, they look for the bug or the spider mites, they look for the mites, and they don't look for the signs that they've been there. That is key to the success, because while you might kill the bug, if you're able to see them, you're not going to get all the eggs that they've already laid. So it's important that you arm yourself with the knowledge to understand not only what those pests look like, but what the damage they cause looks like. All right, everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this helps you out in dealing and help mitigating the risks of these pests. As always, I want you to have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, as I am always a resource. Enjoy.